Hi friends, my name is Caitlin. I'm a full-time reseller. I sell on eBay mostly, a little bit on Poshmark, a little bit on Etsy. And today we are going through a lot from a local auction, a lot of jewelry that I won from a local auction. I won 2 lots. I already went through one of them in the previous video. If you haven't watched it, go ahead and watch that, or don't. I don't know why I'm telling you how to live your life. And then, so that one was the $60 lot. This one is the lot that I paid $90 for. So it was 90 plus 15% buyer's premium. Math would tell me that that is $103.50, I think, total. So that's what we have to come up with here in order to break even. So hopefully we do a little bit better than that. But seems like the last lot, I haven't gone and comped anything from the last lot yet, but it seems like I did very well on that one. So if this one doesn't turn out that great, at least there's that. But yeah, I have 2 bags full. I already dumped one, so you didn't have to hear my bag rustling. And the way that I do this is I sort between what I'm going to put online, most likely. Sometimes it changes if I plan on putting it online initially, but then I find out it's not as valuable or as fast of a mover as I need it to be. Then I might put it in my booth. And the way that I sell in my booth is I do some individual jewelry and I do some in jewelry jars. There really isn't like a specific rhyme or reason to whether I put it in a jar or I sell it individually. It's more just about what I think the shoppers that come into my booth will prefer to buy as an individual piece versus buying it a lot. But my jewelry jars are all vintage and or branded pieces of jewelry that are all wearable. No craft goes into my booth jewelry jars. And my booth is in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania at the Penmar Antique Market. If you are in the area, I highly suggest you go by there. It is an amazing market. There's tons and tons of vendors, something for everybody for sure. My booth code, or our booth code, me and my husband, is DKP. And we're pretty close to the front. So yeah. So anything that is broken or is missing a lot of stones, things like that will definitely go in the craft lot. My craft lots I sell on eBay. I also mix in wearable jewelry in there. So like wearable, just costume kind of jewelry, more modern. I do mix in a little bit of vintage, but it is more modern since most of my vintage that I would put in a similar lot would go in my jewelry jars in my booth, if that makes sense. But it's about half craft, half wearable. And I fill 2-gallon trash bags. Nope. Ziploc bags. A 2-gallon Ziploc bag full. And that's one lot. Okay. That was a lot of words. Let's get into the jewelry. All right. So this first piece is beautiful. Look at the way that crystal picks up the light, or glass, faceted glass maybe. That is absolutely beautiful. And these are faceted glass. So I'll see what something like that, I might be able to get enough to make this worth listing online. But if not, that would be something I would put individually in my booth, because somebody would walk past and see that, catch a light, and be like, oh, I have to have that. And I wouldn't blame them one bit, because it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to put that in the online pile for now, and we will see. So these are, I don't know what this was meant to be originally. Maybe this was at one time elastic and it was some type of hair tie. I'm not sure, but anyway, these beads are definitely like a polymer clay and very, very pretty and vibrant. That I would probably put in a craft lot so that somebody who is way more creative than I am can do something very fun with them. So I'm going to put that in the craft box. All right. That's pretty. Oh, there we go. So this looks like it's trying to give you the impression that it's vintage, but it probably isn't, or if it is, it's a newer vintage, like early 2000s. But that is very cute. Checking to see if it has all of its stones. Oh, look, it's branded MX. Am I supposed to know what MX is? Scanning my brain. Scanning. Nope, can't think of anything. Okay, so I will look this up and I will put something on the screen. So this will either be online or it will probably go into my booth. And I'll have the links to my eBay and Etsy and Poshmark, all that in the description if you're interested in checking out the listings. This is bothering me. Hello. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's cute though. All right, so that's going to go online for now, and then it might change depending on what I find out about it. All right, so this is an elastic bracelet. Not a huge fan of elastic bracelets just because the elastic tends not to last very long. This one seems okay, but probably not for much longer. And these are just acrylic beads. Very pretty, but this would be something that I would put that is wearable into a craft lot. So somebody can either reuse those beads on something else or they can wear it, whatever they want, but it's probably on the less valuable side, I would say. Oh no, there's a tangle. No. All right, I'm gonna skip that one for now. Oh look, there's a little baggie of like earring backs, the little rubber earring backs. I can't think. All right, let's do this one. So that says, oh, sorry. I don't know why I can't stay in frame. This is interesting because I don't know what it's intended to be. Was it once a ring that is now super stretched out? Is it a bracelet for a baby? Does it go in your hair? I don't know, but these are glass, I believe. Yeah, glass. Right? Yeah, it has to be. And there is a little tag on here. It says Jane Tran. Yep, Jane Tran. So I will look that up and pop something up on the screen once I figure out what it is. Very confused by it, but I think it's pretty, of course, because it's art and it's jewelry and it's shiny. And I like shiny things because I'm a goblin. Okay, anyway. That's going in the online pile for now. If that is a super stretched out ring for some reason, it will probably end up in craft. Somebody could definitely reuse those beads for something amazing. I'm actually just very envious of people who have like creative abilities. Well, envious isn't the right word. Envy is a deadly sin. But yeah, I didn't get any of that. Even though my grandfather was a professional artist, that's how he made his living. Not easy to do. for sure. Sorry, I thought I could maybe vamp while I try to get this tangle out, but it's too much. So, moving on. All right, this is very cute. Let's see if I can get it to lay down right. That's close. That's nice. I think it's glass. Yeah, I think so. That's a very cute little kind of bib style necklace. Collar maybe, I don't know terms. But yeah, that's very cute. It's got little rhinestones that hang down there. And I don't know, it's giving me like Y2K vibes. Oh, that says something. Hold, please. Oh, I left the light on my loop on, so that's good. That'll die quick. Oh, it's 925. So on the clasp it says 925. Obviously, never trust a clasp because people can replace clasps. But I will definitely test the chain and everything like that to make sure. Actually, I can do that right now. All right, hold on, let me. I guess I should show you. I don't want you to think that I've grabbed something else that is or isn't silver off screen to, I don't know, do something weird. I'm shaking the whole thing, aren't I? Yep. That probably seems like overkill, and you're right, it probably is, but I have weird eyes, and I just like to be sure. So I like to use the 18 karat gold acid to test silver because it's blue or it's not, and that's kind of the way that that was too much. The way that I like to do it, because when you're talking about is it red, is it light red, is it dark red, is it brown, I don't know. All ends up looking the same. Okay, so that is looking like it is not a sterling chain, so just the clasp. Yeah. And I didn't bring anything to wipe that off with, so that's pretty cool. Anywho, so still very pretty. So I'll look into that and see if I can like attribute it to somebody or something. And that's either going to be, I don't know if that's glass or acrylic. I think it's, I'm not sure. Anyway, I will post something on the screen there so that you know what it is. But yeah, here we go. Okay, this is a little dainty necklace that is tangled just in itself. And I'm not going to fuss with it anymore while the camera is rolling. I will deal with it at the end. If I have to pause, I have to pause. Okay, so let's move on. Everything wants to be hooked together. That's pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is 2 different necklaces. Okay, very interesting. This is like very boho. Definitely hippie vibes. So we've got some ceramic beads here, I believe. Yeah, ceramic. And paper beads. So this might actually be like an actual vintage paper bead necklace from like the 70s, which would be cool. Simple little hook and loop clasp. But that is very pretty. I mean, I've seen nice paper bead necklaces before, but I've never seen them with other kinds of beads. So that's very cool. Oops. So that one is probably going to go online as long as I didn't just smash it. And this one will too. I might put them together, depending. I don't know. I haven't comped a paper bead necklace recently, and I definitely don't know what they go for with ceramic beads as well. But, oh, and seed beads. Oh. Is that an actual seed bead? Or wood? What are you? Tell me your secrets. There's a dog barking outside, so I give about 5 seconds till my dog starts. Nope. All right. She's very tired out from the vet. Yeah, that might be an actual seed. Anyway, just rambling at this point. So, beautiful. All right. This is very pretty. This is like sea glass. It's like a strand of sea glass chips. Very nice. You know, I actually don't know what something like this would go for. I don't think I've sold anything like it before. There's no clasp, so it's just kind of like a pull over your neck kind of deal. Pull over your head. Anyway. So yeah, I think that this will... Hi everyone, Future Caitlin here. So after looking into this, it appears that this is something called, I think, fluorite or fluoride. No, fluoride's for teeth. Not really sure which. I'm still looking into it though, and doing a little bit of research just for comping purposes. So I haven't listed this one yet, but it's not sea glass, I don't think. Probably do okay online, but if I find out otherwise, it'll probably go in my booth. It's very pretty. I like that a lot. It's definitely a fun color aesthetic, very soothing. Reminds me of like a spa. Guys, I've never been to a spa. I don't know what I'm talking about. You shouldn't listen to me. Just kidding. No, I'm not just kidding. Okay, this is cute. Is that turquoise is the question. I don't know. It feels odd. Feels like it's trying too hard. But I will definitely check. These are hand knotted. That's definitely some attention to detail. So maybe? Let's see what we're looking at up here. That... I don't know, the color's weird. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think the class says 925. I might have to polish it. Let's see if I can test it on here without getting more acid on my finger. Oh yeah, I forgot I didn't explain that in this video. If you're wondering what this giant ugly yellow spot is on my thumbnail, it is jewelry testing acid. I got some on my fingernail, which I had never done before. I've got it on my hands, and you know, it just kind of goes away after a little while, but apparently it stays with you on your fingernail until your fingernail grows out. So it was at the very base. You can see how far it's gone since. It's just, you know, on a journey, living its best life. But I would like to avoid doing that again because it does not look cute. Okay. Oops. Just drip that down. Okay. Oh yeah, that's sterling. Can you see it? No. Because I'm bad at cameras. There you go. Blue. All right. Cool. So that is sterling. So these might be turquoise. So I'll have to, I'll have to look at that a little bit closer, but that's cute. Definitely cute. Definitely a lot of work went into that hand knotting. Doesn't seem easy to me. This is cool. This is like a very porous texture. I'm not familiar with it. Almost like almost feels like a lava glaze on a vase. Interesting. So I'll definitely have to look that up. Maybe it's some kind of coral? I'm sure there's plenty of you just screaming at your devices right now, if anybody ever watches this. I was just trying to see if the clasp said anything, but I don't think so. No. Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of people that know exactly what this is and are screaming at me. But I will look that up, and it will probably either go in online or in my booth. Oh wow, this is cool. This looks like handmade. Oh. Okay, so what? Here we go. Here we go. We're doing it. Nice. Which way's up? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Or does it go sideways? Does it go like this? That's so pretty. With like the seed beads. Like grape bunches. It's so pretty. I'm probably gonna put that online. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before, so I don't know if they're super common and like a craft that was popular back in the day or something, or if this is like a very unique piece. So again, probably will be online, and if not, in my booth. But very pretty. Okay, so this is just I don't know why I say just, because it's actually very pretty, but it is an acrylic beaded necklace, graduated. I love that color. Almost like a, I don't know, what do you call that? Aqua? Tiffany blue? It's not Tiffany blue. That's close. Don't see any markings. It would be odd to have a sterling clasp with acrylic beads, but you never know. So this one will probably go into a vintage jewelry jar. Or, I don't know, maybe it's not vintage. So it might go into a craft lot as a wearable piece. It's very stiff. See, that's one thing I don't like about acrylic beaded necklaces, when you don't, when you string them too tight like that and they get like stiff. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Ooh. Hi. Hello. Oh, your button's broken. I don't care. That is beautiful. So the button is broken here where it, because it's made out of abalone, which is fragile. I don't know why they would have done that, but let's see. Does it still function? It still functions. It does what it's supposed to do. I would be very careful with it. Maybe replace that with something more sturdy if you can, but that is absolutely beautiful. There's some that are faceted up here, but look at that iridescence. Oh my goodness. And guys, you don't even understand, like, this feels so good in your hand. Like, it just feels nice, and I don't know. That will probably be online, even though this is broken. I think that is something that could be, because it's just held on there by wire, so You could technically put any button there you wanted. You just have to take those beads off and, you know, just rewire other beads on there. I think that this whole time you couldn't see what I was pointing at, but yeah. I think that's an easy fix. I'd say that as if I've ever fixed a piece of jewelry in my life, and I have not. That's why I have craft lots. But anyway, yeah, right. So these are cute little earrings. This feels like it's a seed or some sort. It's not plastic, it's not glass, it's not ceramic. I think it's some type of seed. Maybe, or maybe I'm wrong. So, they could go with literally anything in this lot so far. So I'm just going to put them aside and maybe pair them up with something when I list it. All right. This is an elastic bracelet. The elastic is not great. I think these are glass. I'm trying to think of what stone could be that color, but I think it's glass. Or it's something dyed. But either way, it's very pretty. Since the elastic isn't any gun on it, I mean, I'll obviously look up to see what stone this is, or if it's just glass, first. And it'll probably just go on my craft lot, and somebody can reuse those beads to make something wonderful. It's a very dainty chain. And trying to be gentle with it, but I am rough on things. Ask my husband. I break everything, I ruin things. It's a thing. Okay, there we go. Hang on. Let's give you all a good view of it. There we go. Can you see that? So it kind of hangs down, like almost like a lariat style. That's very pretty. This clasp might be sterling based on how tarnished it is. Let me take a look. Okay, let's see if this is sterling. Can't even get a grip on it, it's so small. That's what she said. Dirty. I didn't say that, that was a goblin. Okay, let's see. I might not have pushed down hard enough, but it is turning blue. If I just get a little bit more. Yeah, there it goes. Can you see it? No, of course you can't. Why would I have something in frame? There it is. Okay, so that clasp is sterling. Let's see if I can do the chain. Come on. That was my dog. You might be asking yourself, what is she doing? The answer is, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this. I would normally just wrap it around my finger like a lunatic and go at it, but then I feel like y'all would judge me, so we're gonna do it this way. Which is probably not efficient in the least. But here we go. There we go. That turned blue. Awesome. Okay, so this whole thing is sterling. Now I wonder, get that out of the way before I get acid on myself. Obviously these aren't naturally colored pearls, but do they make, they feel like pearl. Oh. Okay. So yeah, they're definitely like colored, but they have the grit of a real pearl. So I don't know, but I will definitely look into that, and that will probably go online. Okay, wait. This clasp looks familiar. Oh, I know. What was this? Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't match. All right, well, we're just gonna edit that out. So this is a magnetic clasp with lots of magnetic yucks on it. Okay. And then, oh, yeah, that might be a problem. This is disintegrating. I don't know. Ew, yeah. So this would definitely need a new clasp. So this is gonna go into the craft lot, but it is very pretty, seed bead, and I believe that's faux turquoise chip. But yeah, maybe somebody can fix the clasp, or maybe they'll want to use the beads for something else, so that'll go in craft. And then this is cute. So this looks like somebody made this. Looks like they glued it onto like just like a regular round brooch. That's very cute. So that will probably go in either a jewelry jar or a craft lot of wearable jewelry. Then, so I have another bag to go through, but I do have 2 single earrings. Oh, that's a little fleur-de-lis. That's cute. Oof. The odds of having the match are low because usually the way that it's jewelry is brought in is consigners bring it in and it gets split up and into different lots, or they split it up into different lots with usually not too much attention is paid to whether or not earrings match, which is understandable when you have so much. All right, this is the last piece. This one I knew about. It's the reason why I bought the lot, because I love micro mosaics. Has a little chip here, but it looks like it's in pretty good condition. This may be a more modern one based on the size of the mosaic. I don't know, I need to look at another one to compare it, but definitely has an older style clasp, and it's a little bit bent, but that's okay. I can just take a zoom in there. I can take a pair of pliers and fix that. Pair of jewelry pliers. Yeah, because it's gonna have to get unbent for this to come out. It's odd though, it's not marked Italy. Usually it'll say Italy on the back. but that's okay. So this may be in my eBay, Poshmark, Etsy, or it might get stashed away in my collection. I have a little collection of micro mosaics. So yeah, we'll see. But very pretty. Also has some oxidation on the middle there. Oh, there's one more piece in this bag. This is very pretty. I can already see we've got a couple of missing stones. It looks like it wants to be like a Heidi Douse or something along those lines, but it's definitely not. There's no markings, and since it's missing so many stones, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough. We don't even need to count anymore. That's going to go in a craft lot. So somebody can maybe use these stones in something else. Or maybe they want to replace those. Okay, now we're going to go into the second bag of this lot. Okay, we are now on bag 2 of the second lot. And this is what I'm looking at right now. Zoom out. That is very pretty. It's got some probably jadeite glass and some glass chip beads up here. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Okay, so these are probably painted, maybe? I'm not sure. But it's a very pretty bead on there. This is probably going to go in my booth. I will look it up to make sure I'm not missing anything. But yeah, that looks kind of like a homemade type of necklace. I'd probably put this in my booth for somewhere between $5 to $7. It's very pretty. All right. Oh, look at this. Ooh. This is... Wait, why does that slope like that? Is that supposed to? Is this like a special kind of box I don't know about? Do you see how it looks like a skateboard ramp? Okay, so this is a special box. It is for stamps. I have learned recently, actually by accident, I work at an auction house part-time, and we had a bunch of different kinds of boxes come in, and there were ones that were sloped like this, and my coworker was like, oh, that's for stamps, and I was like, makes sense. That's very cool. So it's enamel on brass. It says China on the bottom. So this might be like cloisonne adjacent. That's very cool. I wonder if it's supposed to be like that. It has to be. I'll have to look into that more and see what the function of that is. But yeah, I'll definitely put something up on the screen. Very cool. Awesome. That will probably go online. Oh, this is one of those roll-on bracelets made from the seed beads. Very pretty. These sell very well in my booth. I usually sell them for about $4. So, very good. Oh, that's pretty. This is a brooch shaped like an egg. It's got a flower. I think that, yeah, this is polymer clay. It has like rhinestones sort of set into the clay. And oh, look, it's branded. Oh, that's cute how they do that, like on the, you see that? Billy Beads, 2003. So that is technically vintage. That's very cute. So yeah, I'll look that up, and that will either be online or booth. I'll throw something on the screen. All right, let's see here. Oh, we have, hang on. Let me get it untangled here. Okay, here we go. This is multi-strand. Is the camera gonna focus on it? What is that? Trash. Okay. Rice pearls. And it has a very interesting clasp. I've never seen a hook clasp like this before. It looks like somebody just made it. That says something. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Get it to focus. Say 925? What's that say? All right, hang on. Let me get my loop. Yep, 925. Okay, so it's like a vermeil. Gold-plated silver. So that's cool. Rice pearls. Very nice. That will go online. Rice pearls do pretty well for me sometimes. Okay. Oh, that's wowie, wowie, wowie. Wow. What in the world? Look at that. Sorry. Here we go. Give the camera back. Look at that. That is like porcelain. Ceramic. Little rough spot there. Looks like just a miss in the glaze. Wow. This is very... It just feels like, I don't even know. You'll notice that when I really find something I like, I run out of words. This is very cool. Very pretty. And I believe I saw up here, yep. So, can you read that? It says Parrot Pearls. So we'll definitely look that up because it seems to be in very good condition. I'm not seeing any chips or cracks. Let's take a closer look at that rough spot here and see. Yeah, see, that's just a miss in the glaze. It's not chipped. Wow. That's very cool. All right, so I'll have something up on the screen about this one. This is why I love buying jewelry from this auction. You never know what you're gonna get. Well, you can know what you're gonna get. You can go and do a preview, but I don't know. I like to be surprised. I mean, I obviously look at what I can in the photos to make sure that's worth even taking a chance on. And I think I got very lucky with these that they both went under 100 because I was watching, I won 2 lots. I was watching 7. And the rest of the ones that I was watching went well over $100. And honestly, I didn't see anything in them that like warranted that. I'm sure that the people who were bidding on them probably did go and preview, so maybe they, you know, saw something in there, but these looked better to me. And so far, I'm very happy with my choice. So this, these are all faceted glass beads. It's absolutely beautiful. It's my favorite color, all of the colors. Did y'all ever have that when you, did you ever struggle in school? Like, I don't know, I guess it would come up with either friends or in classes or whatever, people asking what your favorite color was and not knowing what to say, because I never had a favorite color and I never really kind of understood having a favorite color. because I like all of the colors together all at once. Like, there's not one that's, oh, look at that bead. It's like, look at that. That's pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I always struggle with that. I think I always just kind of said what the person before me said. Because I felt like if I had said, well, I like all the colors all together all at once, then people would have been like, ew, she's weird. Which now I want people to be like, ew, she's weird. That's fun for me. But, you know, as a kid, I just want to fit in. And I didn't want to be the weird girl that liked all the colors. Okay, I'm coming back to this. I will struggle with this off camera, but that is very beautiful. Okay, now we have this bangle. Looks like chains and like a black enamel on the back there. Maybe like a, I'm not sure what kind of metal this is. It's definitely a brass tone, but I don't know that it is brass. But that's cute. That will probably go in the booth. My bangles like this I usually do for about $3. And they sell pretty well. That's pretty. I like the weight of it. It feels nice. It's elastic, right? Yeah, let's see. Okay, not too bad. This is definitely one you wouldn't want breaking on you. It would go everywhere. It looks like we have all of the rhinestones. So I doubt there's any type of branding or anything. I think I'll put that in my booth. That will probably be like a $4 to $5 bracelet. Yeah. Bracelets and rings. Those are my best sellers in my booth. Okie dokie. Now we have this necklace. Let's see. Feels like acrylic. See, now if you ask me what colors I didn't like, it would be brown. Is this acrylic? I can't. It has a weird texture. Yeah, it is. Okay. So this is what it looks like. It's very pretty. Very a nice like piece for fall. Since it is acrylic though, usually doesn't hold too much value, and obviously no brand, probably handmade. Which, by the way, not easy, especially with all these. Oh, I see. That was bothering me. Okay, so these are supposed to come together, kind of like the midpoint that sits at the bottom. Come on. There we go. So that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Anyway, so this will probably go in my booth or into a jewelry jar. That's really bothering. I can't tell if that's acrylic or not, but I think it is. Okay. Let's set that aside. All right, this is definitely acrylic. It's just a vintage graduated, and these are heavier. Oh wait, what am I looking at there? Is that just like what it does when it's old, or is this something else? This is bone. See how it has like the lines through it? Is that dirt or what am I looking at? Is that in the material? That's in it. What is that? I'm confused. Okay, I will look this up. I'm just not sure. But it does have one of the old barrel clasps. That will probably end up in my booth or in a jar, but I will look it up first, see what that material is. Oh, this is interesting. I'm afraid I would be attacked by animals while I was eating it, but eating it. Try that again. Take two. While I was wearing it, it is all made out of corn, which is very interesting. It's all tied together around like a little rope, and then has leather ties up here. Looks like there's some age to it, for sure. I don't know if something like this is sought after. I'm guessing, and this is just an assumption, I have absolutely no idea. I'll have to look more into it, but I'm assuming that this might have like a Native American you know, roots in its design anyway. So I will definitely look into that. I honestly don't know. If I don't put this online, I'm not sure what I'll do with it, because I wouldn't want to put it in my booth because it is food, technically, and you don't want to attract insects and rodents. Maybe could go on a craft lot. Just do a loose little knot there. Very interesting. Yeah, I'll pop something on the screen if I find anything on that, or it'll just be a bunch of question marks. Hi guys, Future Caitlin again. I've been doing some research on this and I cannot find anything about it. I can't figure out how old it is. I can't figure out like its origins. So if anybody has any information, please feel free to leave in the comments. I'm very interested to kind of know more about it, know if it's anything or not, I guess. All right, thanks. This is neat. Very kind of like brutalist looking, kind of tribal of some sort, or from somewhere other than here. I'm not going to start guessing countries again. That's probably going to get me in trouble at some point. But yeah, that's very cool. I don't know what its intended purpose is. Looks like it has like a... Okay. Oh, that's just like bent a little bit. That needs to be redone, but it kind of like supposed to go in that loop there, but it opens up. But for what? It's definitely not an earring, right? I mean, that would be a crazy thick earring and heavy. What is it? That blue is just very pretty. I don't know. So I will look into that and pop some information up on the screen. I have a lot of research to do, guys. Okay. So this is just an elastic. Elastic's actually kind of good on it. Oh, here we go. Like it's fine. An acrylic, like faceted acrylic. I don't know what to call them. They're not stones. They're made to look like stone. And it's made to look like a panel bracelet. That I think I will put in my booth. Again, probably $3 to $4 on that in my booth. Somebody will like that. This is beautiful. These are prong set. Missing one. Any more? There's a safety chain on it. Let's see. There's a little bit of damage to the metal there. Not super noticeable if you're just looking at it from that side. Let's see. So one stone so far is missing. Oh shoot, I don't know if I was looking Oh, they didn't have that. Okay. So... Okay, so 1. That's not bad. It's got a safety chain. It says something in there. Definitely an old clasp. It says something here. Let me take a look. Hold on. It's Czech. I can't say. Czechoslovak. I give up. But that is absolutely beautiful. I am bummed that it's missing a rhinestone. But, I mean, one missing out of all of those. And, you can see, like, look, they are prong set. So that's definitely older as opposed to glued. Just one rhinestone right there. I'm sure that somebody has a Czech crystal or bead or whatever they are. Not bead, glass that they can put in there. That is gorgeous. I can fix that with my finger. Fixed. And then this little piece of metal here. I honestly, I don't think that's a huge deal. This is probably pretty old, and I don't know how much people are going to care about that, so that's very nice. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely going to be online. I'll pop some information up on the screen. Beautiful. Okay, down to our last couple pieces. That's nice. Oops, I'm zoomed in too far. Here we go. That's very pretty. These look like they might be real pearls. Yeah, they definitely are. Right? Yeah, because they're like that. They're like the texture of rice pearls. Yeah. So if you look up close, see they're a little bumpy, lumpy. That's very pretty. It's another one that looks like the clasp has been replaced, because I don't know why in the world you would put a silver tone clasp with all of this gold tone. There's absolutely no way this is real gold, right? I mean, that would be... No. Okay. That would be insane. Okay, anyway, sorry. Lost in thought there. Yeah, that's absolutely stunning. That's definitely going to go online. So I will try to find something like it, and I will either post a comp or I'll post my listing so you can see what it is. Me again. Guys, tragedy has struck. This necklace broke. One of the strands broke. It needs to be restrung. I need to take it to a jeweler to see if that's even remotely affordable. But if you watch my last video, there's a necklace that is a very similar style to this that had carnelian beads. And this necklace right here is the reason why I knew to check to see if the gold tubes on those were sterling, because this one was actually marked 925. So, pretty good find. Might be worth saving. If not, you can always scrap the sterling, but I'd rather save it. It's so beautiful. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled program. So it doesn't look like we're gonna find a match to our earrings. So, womp womp. All right, hang on one second. I'm gonna finish getting this knot out of here so I can show you. Okay, got the knot out. Look at this. I have this like doubled up so that it mostly fits in the screen. It's of one very long strand, no clasp, of these like faceted AB crystal beads. Just absolutely stunning. This is, I mean, I'm in love with it. I absolutely love these sort of squared off ones. So pretty. I don't know what something like this would even go for. I've never seen such a long strand of the most beautiful beads. They are hand knotted, which is insane. Yeah, I'm just like, whew. I love it so much. I love you. I'm not weird, you're weird. Yeah, so I will definitely like look that up. I would have to imagine, I mean, just the bead value alone would be a little much. Yeah, that's just the time. The time that it took to individually knot each one of these is intense. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so that will definitely be online if it's not around my neck. Okay, so that is it. So all in, we were, what's the first lot was with fees $69, the second lot with fees $103.50. Oh boy, it's a little late in the day for math. 103 plus 69 is 172, so 173 we'll call it. And yeah, I think I definitely have more than that here in value. How much more? That's the question. But you guys already know probably. So thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're still here, God bless you. I am definitely not used to speaking on camera. I say too much. I'm fully aware. I stutter. I take too long to come up with words. But, and there I go again. I really do appreciate anyone who has stuck around this long. And I promise I'll get better. I will work on the ums. I will work on all of my camera angles, the zoom in, zoom out, the shaking. And yeah, so this is only the third video that I've recorded. Which number it will be coming out is still undecided. I don't know if I'm going to release the first one or not yet. So this is either going to be my first or second video. So I promise you, I will get better at this. I will loosen up. I will be my true goofy, wonderful self, and you will love me. I will make you. Okay. All right. Thank you all. Bye.